In this video, we'll be going over how to attach insurance to self-pay visits. The first thing that I want to do in this patient's account is to check what dates of service I need to switch to insured for this patient. In order to do this, I'm going to hop over to the billing side, and I'm going to preview all the dates of service that have been billed for this patient, and go back to the initial visit. This way I can see that insurance was never attached to this visit, and this could be my starting date of service. We're going to go back to our patient's profile and access the patient's insurance tab. The reason I checked for this patient's initial date of service is so that when I input the effective date for the patient's insurance, I ensure that it's prior than the initial date of service if I am trying to bill from that date moving forward. I'm going to select my insurance company from the dropdown, input the insurance ID number, ensure to input my effective date, the termination date, and then any other additional information such as copay amount, coinsurance percentage, or deductible. I'm going to move on over into the responsible party option and select Self from the dropdown to attach the patient's demographic information. I'm then going to input the patient's date of onset, select the corresponding qualifier, ensure that I click Signature on File, Privacy Notice Signed, and ensure that my Assignment of Benefits button is selected. I'm now going to save this information. And then the next important step is to go into the patient's cases tab, click on the patient's existing case. And this is important because you want to ensure to select the case that's associated with the dates of service. This patient only has one case, so I'm going to select that existing case and click on the primary insurance dropdown to select Blue Cross Blue Shield from the list. I'm then going to save this information, and you'll see that it updated the primary insurance column. At this point, I can jump on over to my billing module, and I can go back to the very initial date, select my insurance column, and now I'll see Blue Cross Blue Shield as an option in the dropdown. You can confirm the information, remove that on hold status, and then I can either save this information or save and approve to push it directly into the Princeton Claims window. One very important step when updating the patient's financial information from self to insured is saving the date of service to apply those changes, and then going on over into the HCFA 1500 tab to update certain fields that did not cross over from the insurance tab, such as box 12 for signature on file, the date of onset, selecting the qualifier, ensuring that I select yes to accept assignment, which will then input signature on file in box 13. And then I'm going to save this information. This will just ensure that before I file this claim out, it is not missing any information that is pertinent to a HCFA 1500 form. I can then follow the same exact steps with the remaining dates of service that I need to update by selecting each date of service, changing the insurance from self to Blue Cross Blue Shield, confirming the change, and then again saving and going to the HCFA tab to update the information. I hope that this video was helpful.